No, it's not a lie. He probably just forgot. There was so much going on at the time. It's only natural to forget, you know?
Yeah.
Let's put that aside for now and talk about the camera intervals.
Each interval lasted for 30 seconds, correct, Mew?
Yeah, sure. I'll explain it again to you mushheads.
Okay, well, thank you.
The 3 cameras that Kaiidiot and Puichi place go off when they pick up movement. From there, it takes 30 seconds for the film to auto-roll to the next photo.
So, for 30 seconds, anyone could have entered the library without their photo being taken?
That may have been enough time to kill Rantaro and exit the library.
They'd gotta be super quick and efficient with it, but yes.
It's definitely enough time. You just gotta move at lightning speed.
Exactly.
I see. Then there's no doubt the culprit made use of the camera's intervals.
That means the culprit was Mew all along, since she knew about the intervals.
I mean, there are a couple people who knew about the intervals, so those are the suspects.
Don't be an asshole! I have an alibi. Remember the dining hall?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, who else knew about the intervals?
Wow, you know he really wants it to be Miyu with the way he's just trying to suspect her at all turns.
Now, who was it again?
Shuichi.
Well then, does this mean that he is the culprit we have been seeking?
Shuichi.
Oh no.
Hey, what gives, Shuichi?
But the thing is, he's not talking.
Shuichi would never do that. Right, Shuichi?
Silence. ...
You had better speak soon. Your silence only damns you further.
It really does.
Pass up already! Did you kill Rantaro?
Hey, Shuichi, what's gotten into you?
It's just too much for him.
Don't tell me you're gonna plead the 5th now.
Oh man, this is getting good! Entertain me, peasants!
Okay, I'll entertain you all you want, Kokichi. I'll be your jester. You're the king. Okay, I'll do it. Trust. No way, Shuichi can't be the culprit. That's definitely wrong. There's no way. I refuse to believe Shuichi is the culprit. That's definitely not possible. All can rise.
I feel like we're getting close to the gory part. It's making me nervous.
Don't worry, it'll be over before you know it.
I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not paying attention, so it's okay.
Yeah, but there's one thing we do know.
What is that?
The line between victim and attacker ain't as clear as you might think.
Huh? But oh well, I feel like that's like maybe a callback to like the first Danganronpa, but I don't know what he's saying here.
I suppose that's one lesson you can take away from this case.
Is it?
I cut off the leg before the poison spread. By spring, flowers will grow from the stump.
Wow, sometimes you're saying some real insightful stuff while you're high. Autodam's not having it though. ...
Say something already.
Your tongue-tied silence speaks volumes. I fucking knew you were the culprit.
Okay, and why didn't you say nothing at the start?
Wait just a minute! None of that is possible! Shuichi was with me the whole time we were on lookout. When are you suggesting Shuichi killed Rantaro?
Were you really together the whole time?
No. We weren't.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm asking if you two were on lookout together the whole time.
Well, I guess we weren't together the whole time.
I'm going to check out the basement. I'll come with you. No, you stay and keep watch, Kaede. Yeah, he left.
That's when
he left.
Shuichi went to kill Rantaro!
Huh.
No! Shuichi wouldn't kill anyone!
Don't become emotional. We must seek the truth in a calm and logical manner, or all our lives will be lost here.
I'm not being emotional here. I'm saying it with conviction.
Yeah, but her voice sounding a little weak, kind of stuttering. But you know, even if Shuichi did go to the basement, he couldn't have killed Rantaro because the murder weapon, the security sensor. I think this one is the security sensor, but they're gonna blow this in my face.
I get it. The security alarm didn't ring until after Shuichi returned to the classroom. It only rang after Rantaro moved the hidden door, which means he was still alive.
Yeah.
If Shuichi was with me when the alarm went off, then that means he's not the culprit.
By the way, I want to confirm one thing with you, Kaede. Who set the security sensor on the bookcase? It was Shuichi, right?
Yes, it was. Then I'll set up the camera that's connected to the security sensor. I'll set it carefully so the camera has a clear shot when the mastermind moves the bookcase. Let me take care of the security sensor on top of the bookcase, and we'll set the camera near each door. But I feel like Kaede was there to see it,
Shuichi was
but
the one who
whatever.
set up the security sensor. What about it?
Did you actually check for yourself if the sensor was set on the bookcase, Kaede?
No, I didn't check.
But I felt like she was there for that. But you know what? Maybe she didn't check. I don't know.
Did it ever occur to you that Shuichi could have lied about setting the sensor?
Well, or maybe what he's trying to get at is the idea that it wasn't turned on or set up properly, but it was like physically there, which maybe she didn't check that. So yeah, I get it.
Shuichi pretended to place the sensor on the hidden bookcase door. But in actuality, he was holding it the whole time.
Yeah, no. That's a big no-no. I don't think so.
And when he met up with you, he secretly triggered the sensor to make the security alarm go off.
That's where you lost
caused
me.
Kaede to assume that someone had moved the bookcase.
I see! Sneaky little fucker!
Okay, calm down. No, at this rate, everyone's gonna think Shuichi is the culprit. I have to do something. I know for a fact that he's not the culprit. But do you really know? Or is it just because you're a friend and you're like, I really need to protect him? Sometimes that happens to the main character. So I gotta do something. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. I already know about this, so. Thank you for the opportunity, and I'm glad I gave it to you. I like you, system. Always giving me good information. Let's continue. Ooh, he's right in the center. He's on the hot seat.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it. As it turns out, Shuichi had it the whole time.
The sound Kaede heard came...
Sorry, maybe it's the rear entrance photo? Because wouldn't you need the sensor to go off to be taking these pictures in the first place? Perhaps. I forget which one this was though.
The sensor when Shuichi secretly moved it, in order to trigger the alarm.
So when Kaede heard
Or
the
maybe it's
sensor
the
go
hidden door
off,
photos again.
she figured someone had tried to move the bookcase.
Only an idiot can make that mistake. ...
He's not saying nothing. Shuichi couldn't have had the sensor on him. That's right, I should have evidence that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. I hope you do. So, maybe it is the hidden door. Because it only took a picture because the sensor went off. right? Because there was already the picture of him entering. So I guess that's the only time the picture. You know what? I don't really understand the full complexities of this all. So what makes sense here? Because I'm not sure. Because I'm like, I want to get 100%, but I'm kind of lost right now. Okay, I think, okay, yeah, it's definitely the hidden door because the thing went off when the door opens, and I think it's like it shows that Rantaro is still alive when that happens, and there was a picture of that being shown. So I think it's the hidden door photos, but I could be super wrong.
The security sensor was armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
Oh gosh.
As it turns out, should we...
Through everything.
Armed, but the moving bookcase isn't what triggered it.
Oh, thank you!
No, that's wrong!
I finally hit you!
Wait a minute. This is weird. If the security sensor wasn't placed, then we wouldn't have been able to take that picture.
Yeah.
We were only able to get it because the sensor was triggered by the hidden door.
Oh, that? Easy to explain. Well, you see...
Okay, continue. ... Yeah, you got nothing.
I guess you're right. Sorry, I didn't think that far ahead.
You're giving up that easily?
I mean, you gotta respect it. He got nothing else to say on the matter. Like, he was...
I mean, whatevs. I made a mistake. Big deal.
You speak as if you knew that from the start. Even I was taken in.
So you see? Shuichi can't be the culprit.
Now wait just a minute.
Okay.
The security sensor had a power supply, so what if it went like this? The security sensor was set up on the bookshelf, and Shuichi had its receiver. However, Shuichi turned the receiver off.
Okay.
Huh? How come?
That would get you a picture, but no alarm when Rantaro moved the bookcase. Then, when Shuichi says he's gonna check the basement, he actually goes to the library. And thanks to the 30-second interval, he's got time to go in after Rantaro.
He could have collected the sensor from the hidden bookcase after killing Rantaro.
Maybe.
I see. Then he caused the receiver to go off in front of Kaede to trick her.
You know, this would have been an easily solvable thing. Perhaps if someone like literally searched for the sensor on top of the bookcase, like it would have been right there, and Shuichi wouldn't have just been able to mysteriously put it back. I guess I don't know, but I feel like it would
It's
be
certainly
there.
plausible, considering that Shuichi knew about the intervals.
How needlessly complicated. But I guess it's not impossible.
I mean, you kind of just explained every Danganronpa murder case, so yeah.
Shuichi really is the culprit?
So the ultimate detective is the killer. What a plot twist!
Yeah.
Wait! Why do you guys think he's the culprit?
Because we've thought through the logic, and now it's looking like it's possible.
Shuichi, please say something. Why aren't you saying anything?
Yeah, and he's also silent, so he got nothing to say. Like, maybe he's trying to go out without saying nothing. Like, I don't know what his reason is, though.
Shuichi,
We wouldn't
what's
know.
wrong? You're not culprit, are you?
Hey, you gonna say anything? We'll all vote for you if you don't.
Are you okay with being the culprit? Are you ready to turn yourself in?
Kinda creepy, but what should I do? Everyone suspects Shuichi. There's no way he's the culprit, but even so... ... Yeah. I think it's more of the thing that he's struggling with something and he's just plain shutting down. And Kaede knows that. Why won't Shuichi say anything? Is there a reason he won't say anything? ... If that's the case, then it's all up to me. To protect everyone, I need to take control of this debate. Yeah, you gotta be the ultimate detective now, okay? Even if that means I have to lie to do it. But that's a new mechanic. Did you hear that? A lie. Now, I know that sounds crazy, telling a lie in a class trial, but sometimes telling a lie is necessary to reach the truth. Oh, but don't worry, there is no lies in this tutorial. Well, good going, okay. From here on out, there will be times in the debate when you have to lie. And I actually really like this new mechanic. Well, lying, it's kind of realistic. Before you had to refute the lies, but now you'll have to lie yourself. Doesn't that get your heart pumping? Just a little. Here's how it works. Select a truth bullet like normal non-stop debates. But when you hold triangle, the truth bullet will become a lie bullet with the opposite meaning. Release triangle will shoot the lie bullet. When you use a lie bullet to argue or agree with someone's statement, it will become a perjury, a statement that paints over the truth with lies. While lying, your influence gauge will drain. A successful lie will restore it. But if you miss with your lie bullet, you will take damage, so be careful. Also, I've heard a rumor that there's a secret way to advance debates. It's called a back row. Let's just say that only those who lie will be able to find it. Thank you muchly. Okay. Ooh, I get to lie for the first time. Well, at least for you guys to see.
Let's go over the case one more time.
And it's definitely this one.
The security sensor was placed on the moving bookcase. Shuichi also had the receiver.
Yes, first try. Didn't even have to think.
The truth.
Didn't even have to think about it.
Sorry, you guys. I forgot to tell you something important.
Forgot?
To tell you the truth, it was me.
Yeah.
I had the receiver.
The whole time. I mean, I just forgot, right?
Huh?
So that's why there's no way Shuichi could have turned off the receiver.
Yeah. And Kokichi's was kind of like, did you just lie there? Lie to my face. And he's Shuichi's shocked, like,
If that is true, then the entire premise of the argument thus far is wrong.
Is this true, Kaede?
Of course. Come on, would I lie to you guys?
Yeah, no lies
That'll
here.
screw yourself over. If we mess up, you're dead too, you know.
Or perhaps you wanted to cover for Shuichi, even at the cost of your life.
Huh?
I cannot imagine why anyone would risk their life to lie on another's behalf.
I mean, humans are complicated,
Words
so
from a true heartless robot. Emotions are only for meatbags.
humans can do a lot of things when push comes to shove, okay?
That is a harmful stereotype. I can produce heartfelt remarks through calculations.
I don't know if you disproved anything you said with that statement, but I like you, so.
Like less than 3? Those kinds of calculations?
It's not so unthinkable. All hearts are blind when faced with radiant love.
Kind of want to skip this part,
Doing
this
anything
monologue.
for the one you love. Hasn't everyone felt that way before?
Maybe not in the way you think about it.
I most certainly have, at least.
Yeah, please don't tell me about it though.
How creepy you are. I'm sure that person didn't want your love.
Maybe.
Kaede and Shuichi are pretty buddy-buddy with each other, so I wouldn't doubt that. Plus, the way Kaede just acted right now, I'm pretty sure she lied.
Yeah, he would know.
A talented liar like me can spot other people's lies easily.
That.
Well, what do you guys think? To believe or not to believe, Kaede?
I do want to believe Kaede, but Shuichi does seem pretty suspicious.
Okay.
He has been strangely quiet for a while now, which is classic degenerate male behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
Shuichi is the only person here who's suspicious.
From what we know right now, yeah.
So we all agree that Puichi did it? Then let's just vote already!
Hold on, let's hear the rest of the class.
No, I still think it is too soon to determine the culprit.
Thank you, Kibo. He's kind of neutral on this. He's like, you know what, let's discuss that more. I like him. I like him for that.
I agree. I sort of can't believe that Shuichi is the culprit.
Okay.
Yeah, this ain't right.
Of course, Kaido's on my side. I think it's just like he trusts Kaede more.
I agree.
Sometimes you're on
But
point,
I don't know
Angie.
if Atawa agrees. Cause right now it's his nap time.
This is quite troublesome. It seems our opinions are on opposite ends.
How are we supposed to decide? We're split, right down middle.
Ooh, we are.
Hold on.
New mechanic on the way.
Did you just say split? You did! I heard it! I heard it with my belly button microphone!
Ooh, you have a microphone in there? I never knew.
So wait, your ears don't
Throughout
do
all
anything?
games.
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
More phenomenal trial grounds?
The trial grounds are gonna morph? Seriously? I totally want to see that!
Yeah, me too. Me too. Either way, we have to do something. We can't vote for Shuichi because he's definitely not the culprit. If we vote for him, all hope is lost. I won't be able to save everyone. But I haven't lost hope yet. I won't give up. Before I can save everyone, I need to make sure we're all on the same page. You're split down the middle. At times like this, debate scrums are perfect. In a debate scrum, you will split into 2 teams. When you argue your opinions against each other, but look, everyone's so fired up, the subjects of your statements don't match. That's not how you debate at all. You have to match your subject with your opponents and put them in the correct order. That's how you make a good debate. Your side's subject keywords will be displayed, but your opponent's subjects won't be revealed yet. Listen closely for the subject of your opponent's argument. Before your opponent finishes their statement, find the same subject keyword with the up and down arrow. And press triangle to argue the subject with the same keyword. If you and your opponent's arguments match, then your opponent's keyword will be revealed. And when all the statements match up, you will enter the finale. Try to convince all your opponents at once. Continuously tap the button displayed on the screen to push your opponent's claim out. Don't get pushed back. Push their claim out for a perfect reputation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that was a lot to read, but gotta do it. But this is my favorite new mechanic that they introduced. It kind of feels good, okay? Working together as a team. Man, I'd be a little scared of this. Like, whoa, this is high up, and I'm not fully protected on all sides. Is Shuichi the culprit? Shuichi is the culprit versus not the culprit. Okay.
You hid what you knew about the camera intervals, Shuichi.
But Mew's silent about intervals too.
Yes.
Unlike Shuichi, I actually have an airtight alibi. Kaito!
Kaede backed up Shuichi's alibi, didn't she?
Yes.
Shuichi and Kaede weren't together the whole time more than...
Kirumi!
Both of them were together when the receiver went off.
Thank you for defending me, Kurumi.
If Shuichi had the receiver, it could have been
Kibo!
Kaede is the one who actually had the receiver.
Thank you for telling the lie I just told.
But that's Kaede's lie, isn't it?
I'll do it. We'll know whether or not it's a lie when we talk this through.
First try. We can do it! Go! Teamwork, guys. We did it. First try. Like, usually I like to go through it once, but
Everyone, you
I
have to
did that.
believe me. Shuichi is not the culprit. If we vote for Shuichi, we'll be making the wrong choice. And if that happens, Everyone will be executed.
And that's worst case scenario right there.
I definitely won't let that happen, even if it costs me my life.
Kaede.
Yeah, it's just like Kaede said. Shuichi ain't the culprit.
Gonta believe in Shuichi too. Gentlemen always believe in friends.
Well, if Shuichi's not our culprit, then who is?
Yeah, that's
We've
the
already
next question.
exhausted all possible avenues of discussion.
But I think the answer is about to come up soon.
No way. There has to be something else we can discuss. We just gotta think. Right, Shuichi?
Right.
Huh?
Shuichi, even though you're not the culprit, you've been quiet for a while.
Yeah, tell us your thoughts.
It's because you realized something, huh?
And he just doesn't want to say it.
You're scared to reveal the truth. I thought so. Shuichi, answer me this. What kind of truth did you realize? Don't be scared to say it. Not just for me, but for everyone else. Please, face the truth. ...
The picture.
Okay.
Picture?
The picture from the camera aimed at the hidden door, just before the murder. I always thought it was suspicious, the way Rantaro was acting.
Yeah, I guess.
What's suspicious?
If you look at the picture, it looks like Rantaro is trying to remove the camera.
Yup.
But that must mean he noticed the camera we set up.
I noticed the camera, but this picture does have another suspicious point, so continue.
That's true. But when did he notice that?
I believe it was when the camera took its first picture. This picture was taken when Rantaro moved the bookcase. At that moment, something made him notice the camera. So he tried to remove it. That's when the bookcase closed. The sensor was triggered, and that's when this picture was taken.
If that is the case, we must find the reason why he noticed the camera.
I don't know. It looks like it stands out like a sore thumb. It's kind of thick. Green. It might not really blend in with the book color per se. But Danganronpa characters are kind of blind to this, so obviously another reason.
You're confusing everyone! Except me, of course. Just get to the fucking point!
I mean, just say it then.
I've been contemplating what it could be. Why did he notice the camera? And the answer is in this picture.
Yup. I see. Shuichi knows. The reason why Rantaro noticed the camera was because the camera flash. It's hella bright in here.
I get it.
Look at that cast shadow.
Because of the flash, right?
The flash?
Yes, the flash went off when the hidden door camera took a picture. Rantaro noticed the camera's flash.
But how can you tell the flash went off?
Are you looking at the picture?
Well, if you compare it to the other pictures that we have. Remember the pictures that were taken when I took down the cameras? This is the picture taken when I removed the front camera.
Look at Shuichi's handsome eye. The hair that flutters over his eyes. Man, he looking some type of way.
This is the picture from when I removed the rear camera. And this is the picture of Rantaro.
I think at this point, you gotta notice the difference.
Whoa! The brightness is totally different.
Same room, circumstance, and camera. And yet, there is a disparity in brightness.
Because only the camera aimed at the hidden door had the flash turned on.
What was the purpose of leaving the flash on? Especially since it was meant to be hidden. A mistake, maybe?
No.
It's no mistake. There was an objective here. That camera was placed for another reason.
Another reason, huh?
Yeah, what's that? I know this. There's only one reason the camera's flash was used. To lure the mastermind closer. But look at that statement real closely and real close.
I get it. The flash was used to lure whoever moved the bookcase to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So when the flash went off, they would have noticed the camera right away. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Rantaro moved the bookcase, noticed the flash, and then walked over to the camera. But the culprit didn't expect the camera to take another picture when the door closed.
Hey, Kaede?
What is it?
Is something wrong? You've been acting kind of strange.
Yeah, maybe a little. I don't know.
Your last few remarks carry more conviction than before.
She's confident that she knows this.
Do you know who the culprit is? ...
Yep, I know. I've known for a long time.
Long time?
But who?
Because there was only one person able to set the flash on the camera. Isn't that right, Shuichi? ... The culprit of this incident is...
Okay, guys. This is the time when we pick our murderer. Tell me who you guys think it is. At this point, you probably know. Like, I feel like I've also said some stuff, but you know, I'm gonna give you a chance just in case you aren't paying attention. Make a few guesses, and then I'll pick in 1, 2, 3. This one, guys.
No doubt about it.
No. Our waifu. ...
Well, this is as far as it goes. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to the mastermind. I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh no. But I like how this is visualized. Like, this is... her stuff is shutting down for us.
I'm sorry, Rantaro. I'm sorry, Shuichi. You stayed silent this whole time because you realized it already, right?
Yup, and that's what he was struggling with
But
the
you
whole
can't
time.
do that. It may be the end of me, but I want my wish to. I'm giving it to you, Shuichi.
Ooh, she's losing color. This is the end.
From now on, you're going to carry on my wish. You're going to protect everyone.
Yeah, that's a shutdown. Kaede's gone. No longer our protagonist. Sorry, I spoke over that. But yeah, I don't know what you want me to do.
That's so cool. It's cool, but...
And the new protagonist, Shuichi, is getting switched on. Getting powered up.
I understand. I'll do it. You can trust me. I won't let your wish go ungranted.
Wow. The most conviction I've ever heard from Shuichi. Looking kind of cool right there. Not gonna lie.
Kaede is the culprit.
Whew. That one hit.
Huh?
Kaede did it?
Wait! That's not possible! Right, Kaede? Kaede? Wait! Did she really...
Just kidding!
Just kidding?
Not really just kidding.
Huh? Did you guys really think I'm the culprit? Psh, come on, guys. Like I could.
The way you're saying it sounds real guilty, but yeah.
When Rantaro was murdered, I was in the classroom with Shuichi, remember? After that, we went to the library, and that's the first time I even saw his body. Plus, I never met up with Rantaro. I never had a chance to kill him.
Yes, No way Kaede could be culprit.
I mean, this is just Kaede giving us a chance to explain exactly what happened.
Jeez, of course not. Do you think I'm even strong enough to throw that shot? My hands are only strong enough to play piano.
And accusing you of being the culprit is...
Yup, it's wrong. Shuichi's just joking around. He wanted to lighten up the mood.
I didn't know that was supposed to lighten up any mood. I think people were shooketh at the idea that best girl Kaede could possibly do this.
Right, Shuichi? No matter how you look at it, I couldn't have killed Rantaro with that shot.
I understand Kaede. She wants me to reveal the truth, don't you? Oh, you want me to reveal the truth. I think everyone is afraid of learning the truth, but the people who are willing to find the truth are the ones who can decide their fate. If you never know the lies from the truth, then you can't choose a path. You won't even know you're on a path. So fight for the truth, even if it's frightening. I know you can do this. Yeah, that's kind of like a will, in a sense. Like, I know that I'm kind of going out here, so do your best, at least. If you're scared, borrow the strength of others who will be there to help you. Think of everyone you're helping and let that be your strength. Oh, that's so sad.
I'm not joking around. Kaede definitely killed Rantaro.
What the hell did you just say?
It seems as though Shuichi is serious after all. Of course I am.
Why don't you tell me then? How did I kill Rantaro with that shot?
Man, you're really expecting him to just go through all the evidence. Okay.
Yeah, how? You and Kaede were together the whole time, weren't you?
How Kaede killed Rantaro with a shot put ball should become clear when you consider where she used it.
Where did
Where
she use
the shot put ball?
Huh? What? I'm lost, you guys.
Kaede wants me to reveal the truth. She trusts me with her wish. I can't back down. I need to fulfill her wish. I need to fight for the truth. Let's spin. Let's spin it around.
I have an alibi. When Rantaro was killed, I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi.
Sorry, I want to look at this real quick.
Kaede never saw Rantaro. And how'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot. We know that it was in the library.
No?
Rantaro was killed in the library after all.
That's the only explanation.
I think it's
In
definitely...
which case, it's impossible for me to be the culprit.
Kaede wants me to reveal the truth. She trusts me with her wish. Yeah. I won't let her down. I will find the answer.
I have an alibi.
Hopefully
When
this
Rantaro
one's
was
right.
killed,
I just hope.
I was in the classroom standing watch with Shuichi.
This is true?
Kaede never saw Rantaro. And how'd she kill him?
It's important to establish where the culprit used the shot.
Yes.
We know that it was...
I don't think that's known. Thank you!
That's wrong!
We're still going.
Kaede didn't use the shot put ball at the scene of the crime. She used it at the first floor classroom, where we were keeping watch.
Hold up. How could she have hit Rantaro with a shot from a different floor?
She rolled it.
Yeah, this one's going to need some explaining.
She rolled the shot from the first floor classroom and hit Rantaro.
I am skeptical that she could perform such a feat of accuracy.
But it can happen.
So it was a magic shot put ball? Yeah, that's not possible.
Are you sure? Aren't you, like, magic? Right?
It is possible. If you do it at the right spot in the classroom, it will reach the library.
So it seems you already knew about that.
I didn't want to figure it out. I didn't want to know. But I can't turn away from the truth. The place she rolled the shot put ball to move it from the classroom to the library. I know this. Ooh, okay. It's Hangman's Gambit. Oh my gosh. It's Hangman's Gambit version 3, so I already know what this is about. Not really trying to read all of it. Sorry. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for telling me once again how to do things.
I see now.
I see too.
The classroom's vent. If you were to roll the shot in there, it would reach the library.
I see. That air duct connects the classroom to the library.
So, the shot is rolled into the vent, passes through the duct, and comes out of the air vent above the library bookcase.
But how could she have hit Rantaro from all the way over there?
How? I don't know.
The vent was way too far from Rantaro's body.
So it was just a coincidence?
In a way, actually, I would agree with that.
What kind of coincidence is that?
I mean, like, I understand it was planned, but I agree.
What a mystery.
No, I already know the answer to that as well. It was no coincidence. The culprit set it up that way intentionally. If I'm remembering correctly, there was something off about her then. Damn it. How could I not realize it? It's too late to regret the past. I said I wouldn't back down. I made a promise. And thus we must continue.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
this
impossible.
or stacked books. I don't remember.
It's not like it started rolling on its own.
It rolled on its
Bookcase
own.
onto Rantaro's head.
Okay, so that was the one.
Maybe the shot was on the floor. And Rantaro tripped over it, causing him to hit his head on the bookcase?
Okay. Crazy theory.
So you don't slip and fall! What if Rantaro's corpse moved on its own?
Like he was standing under the vent when the shot hit his head. Then he walked a few steps before he finally dropped dead.
Nah, I don't think so.
Hey, Shuichi. Don't lose sight of the truth.
I'm not contradicting that. I need to answer. For her sake, I can't turn away from the truth.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling on its own.
Oh my
The
gosh.
bookcase onto Rantaro's head.
I did not just
Maybe the
miss
shot
that.
was on the floor.
I'm like, guys, stop moving. Stop moving.
Steps before
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling on its own.
Oh, you misheard me or something. I was saying it couldn't roll on its own. Oh! True. That is true.
The shot that
I
fell from the
was
vent.
not listening correctly
How
to
did it
that.
strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible!
It's not like it started rolling on its own. He flipped the bookcase onto Rantaro's head.
Maybe the shot was on the floor.
What if Rantaro's corpse moved on its own?
That's a big no. Well, then what am I looking for?
Hey, Shuichi. Don't lose sight of the truth.
Maybe it's the stacked books, though? The fact that, of course, it might not have been able to roll on its own, but it had a path, right? Which would be the stacked books. Yeah, I know.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from
This
that
is a
distance?
sad moment for me. I got a heart
It's not like
taken
it
off.
started rolling on its own.
Okay, thank you. I feel sad about that. Ooh, not 100% no more.
It's just like Ryoma said. The shot rolled along the top of the bookcase and fell on Rantaro's head.
Rolled along the bookcase?
I did say that, but would the shot have rolled that conveniently?
It has nothing to do with convenience. The shot rolled exactly how the culprit wanted.
Well, I would say there's a little hint of convenience in there, okay? I'm just saying, sometimes in Danganronpa it happens. Sometimes there's a little bit of convenience, okay? It
They
happens.
used books on top of the bookcases to direct the path of the shot.
Yeah.
The shot's path was directed by books? How would that even work?
With a lot of trickery, I don't know.
Ah, it would be easier to explain with a floor plan of the library.
And now Miyu can come in, start being useful. Oh right, someone did have a floor plan. In fact, that might be concrete proof of my theory. I remember one of them having a detailed floor plan.
That's it! Mew, I recall that during the investigation, you said you would use your drone to make a floor plan.
Oh yeah! What happened with that?
I've already developed the photos and drafted some sketches.
Then let's look at it. Maybe we all find clue.
Yes,
Please, Mew.
let's look.
Oh, want him that badly, huh? Fine. But now you owe me one.
Huh? We're trying to get out of here alive, okay? And he's doing the most detective work. The least you can do is provide some sort of evidence, okay?
Voila! Feast your eyes on these babies.
Oh, there it is.
It's just as I thought.
Yup, you can see it clearly now.
What is?
Are you looking closely?
See? The books are stacked like stairs from the vent to where Rantaro's body was found.
Oh, Shuichi is right.
Indeed, they are stacked like stairs. I did not notice when I looked up from the floor.
I see. The shot rolled on top of these books, eh?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The shot was rolled into the classroom vent and came out in the library. If the vent was open, the shot would have maintained momentum. And you did that, right, Kaede? You made sure the vent was open.
I pushed the grate into the duct. Then I lifted my body to look inside. So how's it look? Could a person fit in there? It's pretty difficult, but you might be able to plow through. And we saw exactly the
Impressive.
moment.
You have a really good memory, Shuichi.
When the shot came through, the stacked books made it change direction.
Yeah.
It then rolled down the path made by the books. The books were stacked in rows so that the shot wouldn't fall off.
Yeah,
At the same time, the books blocked the shot from view.
but all I can say is that you need some sort of luck, unless you practiced rolling that shot and hitting that mark. Because I feel like there is some sort of luck not having the shot roll through the stack of books, because those books might not be the most secure wall. Just saying. So you gotta watch the strength in which the ball comes through the vent. And, you gotta know for a fact that Rantaro was going to be in that exact spot. Okay? Like, what if he just looked up? and he saw the shot coming down on him, and he was like, you know what? Logically, I'm going to dodge that and not have my life ended. So I think, of course, I'm just saying, not that it didn't happen, but it does require a little bit of luck on Kaede's part to get the mastermind, right?
Then, when the ball was directly above Rantaro, it changed direct, rolled along the groove of the open books, and fell on top of his head.
Yup, like magic.
And it was the camera flash that lured him to that exact spot.
A setup that complicated is almost like a Rube Goldberg machine.
And we know how much Kaede loves those.
So Kaede created this mechanism?
Well, it would be...
Wait, even with the Rube whatever setup, when did she roll the ball into the duct?
You know what, I at least respect your willingness to
Wasn't
stand
Shuichi
up.
with Kaede in the classroom?
When did Kaede roll the shot football? It had to have been at just the right time to kill Rantaro. Kaede rolled the shot when she entered the classroom, when she was leaving.
That's it! The moment we ran out of the classroom. When the sensor went off, I ran out first, and then Kaede followed.
And she would have had that chance to
Just
shoot her
before
shot.
she left.
Suichi, the receiver! Someone moved the bookcase. Hurry, Kaede! Suichi sprinted out of the classroom with the determination of a true ultimate detective. Wait for me! I dropped everything I was holding and ran after Suichi. Yeah, I like how they subtly dropped hints throughout our entire game plan. I didn't notice. Probably a lot of players did not notice. But I like the subtlety. Like, it's there, but you gotta know to notice it, basically.
I'm right, aren't I, Kaede?
Of course, the ultimate detective would remember all that.
Your words and that smile. Is this your admission of guilt?
This upsets me so much. This child upsets me the most out of all childs, cause waifu. Oh no. Kaede.
Hold on! Don't just jump to conclusions! I've still got a lot of questions.
But you know what? Even though Kaito annoys me further on in the series, right here, I respect his willingness to believe in a friend, okay? Especially since I like Kaede.
That's weird. Why do you sound so desperate?
It's just his character.
There's nothing weird about it. There's just no way I could believe someone like Kaede would be the culprit.
Yeah, don't not believe it either.
What?
Don't worry, Kaede. I'll clear your name.
He's gonna try. But this guy is not the smartest fool in the shed, so it's a big iffy.
I refuse to believe that Kaede is the culprit. I still have my doubts.
I think it's the sound he's gonna mention.
Kinda doubts.
Doubts about the noise, of course.
Yep.
The library should have been quiet, right?
Yes. First
That's
time.
wrong.
I mean, it's easy for me since, you know, I did it once before.
The murder occurred while the Killing Game promotional video was being broadcast. So the library would not have been completely quiet at the time.
Oh. So that ghastly video drowned out the sound of the shot rolling.
Seems like it.
Kaito, are you done now?
He just doesn't want to believe it.
Damn it. So it's true then? You're saying Kaede really is the culprit?
Even
So that
Kaede
means
thinks she's
most
the
of
culprit.
Kaede's sins
So
were committed right before Shuichi's eyes.
what can you say, Kaido? Kaede confessed to this, or she is confessing.
That's correct. I was with her in the classroom. And when she moved the vent grate aside. And when she lined up the books on top of the bookcase.
There are way more books here than I expected. The top of the bookcase is covered end to end with cluttered stacks of books. This is nothing. As I moved the ladder, I reorganized the books bit by bit. See all these subtle details. Geez, there are too many books. It might be too hard to set up a camera here. I thought so. Wait, I just gotta try a little harder. Kaede, I know you don't like to admit defeat, but really, it's alright. I continued moving the ladder as I kept reorganizing the books.
And it was the same when you took the murder weapon, wasn't it?
Yup.
You took the shot put ball when you got the cameras for Mew, right, Kaede?
Kaede, is something wrong? We need to go before Mew changes her mind. Shuichi was already at the door of the warehouse waiting for me. Oh, sorry. I shoved the things I was holding into my backpack and ran after him. And I will say that remembering exactly what I read before this passage, I really should have known that she took the shot put ball with her. Like, I feel like this one is like clearly telling the viewer that she took the shot put, because nowhere did it say anything about her putting the shot put back. But in a way clearly tells you that she puts it in her backpack, which like over my head, honestly.
So you were hiding it the entire time? Where would she have even hidden it?
Where did Kaede keep it? It could only be one place. Kaede must have hidden it in there. It's the only explanation. Backpack.
That's it!
Too simple.
Kaede's backpack. She was carrying the shot put ball in there. Despite its weight, it would have been easy to carry in a backpack. I noticed you also had a spare vest, which you could have wrapped it in. That would prevent the cameras you were carrying from being damaged.
Then that means all of this happened right in front of Shuichi.
Yeah, more like he didn't even want to notice it, probably. Like, he might have thought something was suspicious, but no way, no way.
But we should not blame him for that. None of those actions warranted suspicion at the time, so he might not have noticed.
That clears it all up then. Every part of the crime Kaede plotted.
That can't be. It's gotta be mistake, right?
Sadly, it doesn't look like that.
But if all of that is true, then that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, it's Kaede, you know?
Yeah.
She kept preaching about working together, and then she goes and kills in cold blood!
No, something still doesn't fit.
Yeah?
What doesn't fit?
Kaede wouldn't do something like that.
Well, I feel like it was obvious once I heard Kaede did it that what the reason was, right?
Huh?
Because we were all hearing her inner thoughts about this, so obvious.
You mean she's not the type? But you were the one that said she did it, right?
Yes, I did say that. But murder in cold blood is just not in her character. I truly believe that. I believe in her.
And I do too.
But why? Why do you still believe in me, Shuichi? Why?